Welcome to the Today in History channel. In today's video we will talk about the day, April 28, 711, Muslim conquest of the Iberian Peninsula. In the late 670s, since the conquest of present-day Morocco, Muslims began to point their plans for domination to Hispania, the name by which the Romans called the Iberian Peninsula. In fact, already in the year 687 they made a first incursion in the Levantine coasts, in Spain, a region that today comprises the Spanish provinces of Murcia, Alicante, Valencia and Castellón. Despite the Berber opposition against the Arab conquerors, they, in successive campaigns, ended up dominating North Africa, with the conquest of Tangier, 705, and Ceuta, 710, a fortress that had been the object of constant struggle between Visigoths and Byzantines. The Arabs were recognizing the terrain, probing the Spanish coasts with brief attacks, and looting several cities, until the landing of Tarif ibn Malik on the island of Tarifa, in the beginning of 711. At the end of the year 710, Rodrigo, Duke of Betica, and, apparently, grandson of King Chindisvinto, was elected and proclaimed king in Toledo by the Senatus of the Visigoth aristocracy, after Vitiza's death. However, a sector of the nobility supported another king, Aguila II, Duke of Tarraconense, who ruled in the Visigoth provinces of Iberia and Septimania, in the northeast. The Visigoth territory was in a situation of civil conflict or, at least, divided into a kind of division and association agreement. Musa ibn Nizair, governor of Afriqiya, ordered his lieutenant, Tariq ibn Ziyad, to initiate the invasion. Tariq was a Berber, linked by a clientele relationship with an Arab tribe, and with the governor of Afriqiya territory that today corresponds to Tunisia. Tariq landed in Algeciras Bay, in the south of the peninsula, in the spring of the year 711 with an army of approximately 7,000 men, formed mainly by Berbers and even Christians from North Africa. Tariq was strengthened in Gibraltar, well protected by its great and high rock, while reseating the bulk of his army in successive landings. From there he began to plunder areas and cities in Lower Andalusia, taking advantage of the fact that the Count of Betica was with Rodrigo in a campaign in the north against the Basques. At first, Tariq's incursion did not raise much concern, and was interpreted as an expedition to plunder coastal areas. Upon learning that the forces of the south of the peninsula could not with Tariq, and that he did not withdraw as in the previous Arab attacks, Rodrigo helped, facing him with a waning and divided army. When Rodrigo finally faced Tariq, several months had passed since his arrival, so he had had time to receive the reinforcement of 5,000 Berbers. As a result, Rodrigo was defeated and killed in the Battle of the Guadalete River, at the end of July 711. After Tariq settled in the south, Musa ibn Nizair landed in Cadiz with an army of 18,000 men. The Muslims conquered Medina Sidonia and Carmona, without difficulty, and went on to besiege Seville, capital of the Visigoth province of Hispalis, completing the initial action of the invasion with the settlement in a territory from which they could begin the process of conquest, which would reach there it peaked in the early 11th century. The Islamization of much of the peninsula lasted until the end of 1492, when the Andalusian Islamic Kingdom of Granada was defeated. Did you like the video? In the description you will find the blog link with the full article. Give an incentive by subscribing to the channel, liking, commenting and sharing with your friends. Hugs. Until the next.